Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and today is the 12th of July, 2016, and I am going to do a Together Reset for Dummies. And when I say that, I'm including myself in the title. So be offended if you want, but it's just a waste of time. So let's move on. I've read a lot of the comments and a lot of channels, myself included, 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗏, the Bernie Trump Perspective, Osiris, Enter the Stars. We've all been looking for keys, signs, symbols to understand what this Together Reset thing is. And if you look at it, it all is basically a giant trick to get as many Christians, it's a little over 300,000 right now as it stands, to gather at the National Mall, which is located in Washington, D.C. And if you know anything about Washington, D.C., it's an incredibly satanic, ritualistic place. These are aerial depictions of Washington, D.C. you've probably seen before. They contain some of the most evil signs and symbols there are, built right into the landscape. Every place you look. And they're not very subtle because they don't care, because most of people are sound asleep and they go along with the line they're given. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, moving on. The entire Together Reset event is going to be held around the Washington Monument, which is 6,660 inches tall, 555 feet above ground, 111 under. And it is positioned in between these two circles that overlap each other, and they create a 𝗫𝗫𝗍𝗫. So this is a representation of Osiris's penis in a proverbial vagina. Well, who is Osiris, you ask? I don't know him. Yes, you do. You know why? You carry a picture of his son in your wallet right now. Recognize this cute little fella? This is Horus. This is the Eye of Horus. Osiris is his father, and that's his father's penis. But who is his mother, you ask? Well, that's easy. His mother is Isis. Have you heard that name before? I bet you have. Okay, moving on. Check this out. This is Brian Forrester. He's an author. He lives in Egypt. He does tours of Egypt, and he has the opportunity to speak with archaeologists who aren't of the mainstream. They're looking for the true genesis of the pyramids, the obelisk, and everything. And this is his opinion on what the obelisk can do.
Local. This is from the quarry at Aswan. So the theory is that the obelisk has nothing to do with the dynastic Egyptian culture. The dynastic Egyptians built all of these incredible limestone and sandstone buildings, but that's from another older culture who had the capability to work on that kind of scale of one single block, hewing it out from the bedrock, moving it, shaping it, erecting it. This could be a receiving station of the energy from the pyramids, if the pyramids were energy power plants. It's like what Tesla was trying to achieve and did achieve.
Okay, did you hear what he said? He believes that the pyramids were power plants, that these things were antennas, much like the cell phone antennas you see everywhere, cell towers, wireless. The best case scenario, they're going to gather all these misguided Christians to this national mall and use the energy put forth by all these people praying and worshiping and carrying on to a false god. Why do I say that? Any Christian that goes in front of an enormous satanic obelisk like this in the middle of D.C., the Viper's Pit, and prays is sadly misguided. I say that, I'm sorry, but it's just how it is. They can use the energy. Now remember, this is best case scenario. They can use the energy from the 250,000 or more people that show up and pray in front of this giant cell phone tower, we'll call it, and they can transmit that energy over to, exactly, CERN, which is running at performance heights never before reached right now. CERN has openly said that they are trying to open doorways, open windows into another dimension or parallel universe. That's their stated goal. In best case scenario, that's what the Together Reset thing is all about. Let's transfer the energy to these people worshiping Osiris over to CERN, who's trying to open the pit and release all of Satan and his pals. Best case scenario. Still sounds like a great big suck, doesn't it? Well, here's the worst case scenario. JMO, just my opinion. If I'm wrong, I really don't care. But if I'm right, we indeed will have a reset, which is exactly what they're looking for. An enormous reset, because Jesus changes everything. And that's exactly what they want to do, change everything. Okay, worst case scenario. Here we go. Ready? Back in 2013, several people got fired from the military by President King Obama because 4 nuclear bombs went missing, and they still haven't been found. FYI. I've seen a lot of the comments you guys left. Yes, I'm on it. I'm aware. Well, why do I bring these up? What's this have to do with anything going on in Washington? Well, I'll show you. 4 missing nuclear bombs. Now remember, Osiris's penis, Horus on the dollar bill. Well, who's the mother? If you have the father and his penis, and we have the son right here, who's the mother? Well, that's easy. You ever heard of this? Isis is the mother who, after Set, together reset, cut his brother Osiris into 14 pieces and tossed him here, there, and everywhere. Isis reassembled him. And that's exactly what the phallic obelisk stands for, his penis. Do you notice anything odd about the July issue of Newsweek that we showed you over a month ago, and I knew there was some relevance here, I just couldn't figure it out? Other than the fact that it is an Abraxas, the Bernie Trump perspective figured that one out quick. Other than the fact that it ties into the jade helm crossed arrow symbolism, it's also 4 weapons pointed directly at Washington. Isis, Osiris, and Horus, all reunited, all reset, all together again. These guys are going to try to play it all out all over again, and it's going to have to be, notice over here on the left, calm and cool, and then it progressively gets fiery red, hot. These guys have the balls to try to pull this off right in front of everybody and think no one's going to see. I believe that they are going to try to reenact the ritual that the entire obelisk stems from. They're going to reunite Osiris, Isis, and Horus at the together, all together again. And they're going to hit the reset button. And the reset button could be the 4 missing nukes. It could be, sorry about that, it could be, as 𝗏𝗵𝗿𝗍 alludes to, the missing Malaysian airliner. Who knows? But this is what the together thing is. This is what we're all so a Twitter about right now. No pun intended. At any rate, I'm Richie from Boston. If you have anything to add to this, throw it in the comment section below. I've tried to make this 3 times. This is as good as it gets. This is the Together Reset for Dummies, Edition 1. And I'm out.